Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we want to take a look at a really crazy match because we had Tribe Gaming versus not quite Tribe, and what this basically means is we're the first team of Tribe Gaming versus a second team of Tribe, which is actually kind of funny because we met each other in the playoff phase of the Champions War League esports division. Which means overall, whoever is losing this match is out. Is like out of the competition. So let's see if the little brother can somehow beat up the big brother, or it's the other way around. Either way, the topic of this video is going to be if we can get somehow the perfect war, because our start was really good. I can spoiler that already to you guys. But obviously you want to see if we can like keep this performance going up to the end, because the perfect war is always a huge challenge, especially against a good team like they are. So let's see how this goes. First thing is, like, the first player for us attacking is kind of like always. I mean, he's always the guy who is attacking first for us, and it's Nick. So he's going with the lightning lalo attack, and he's starting off with a really nice Sui. The entire 9 o'clock side got taken out. The town hall, nice couple of air defenses around there for the pathing for later, and now he's starting off with the lalo from the top right side. And one thing which I think is pretty nice, and you can see it perfectly on this base, on this attack, is he is showcasing really nicely why lalo is that strong. Because let's take a look at how freaking wide this angle was where he attacked from. Like, that was crazy. He started off at the 11 o'clock side and then went with the lalo up to the 3 o'clock side. And this is something which is not working with any other strategy. With Hog Riders, for example, you have normally put it, or like, you need to put most of your Hog Riders in early. Obviously, you can like send a couple of small groups from the outside, but most of the time that's not that effective. But on lalo, on the other hand, it's really great having this first group and then like giving it more and more power from the outside to make sure that it's always having this straight path. This is kind of something which I talked about in my lalo guide just recently. You have this first group, and if that is always going straight through the base without backtracking, you did your job. And Nick did this perfectly. Only one archer tower is left, and well, something which is great as well is the warden is still alive. Obviously, like, regarding the HP, that doesn't really matter too much. The important thing right now is why the warden is alive is the damage. Those lalo attacks can be really short on time, sometimes on the back end, especially if your like beginning phase, like your hero part, your Sui, took some time. So it could get close on time, but to be honest, there are so many minions and loons alive. This should be the first triple for us. I mean, I said already, the beginning for us was really solid, but the question is, can we make sure that we're having this performance from the beginning to the end? So this was only the first attack, and in this video I will only showcase our attacks, because we want to see if we can get the perfect war or not. The next attacker is, well, I think the best performing member right now, who is Maxi. He's the nice thing, I think the main reason why he's so good right now, he's the only guy in our team at the moment who is doing this lightning hog rider attack, because it's so powerful if you know on how you have to execute that, or like what you have to look out for. So let's take a look at what exactly he's going to do. He's starting off with his heroes at the top side, and the really great thing about this mass hog rider attack is that you do not need your siege machine for the back end part. We already talked about that. For example, on the zap lalo, or like lightning lalo attack, you have always the slammer, or like the siege machine, being super useful for the back end. Like, you can deliver a dragon onto the enemy queen or royal champion, things like that. In a hog rider attack, that's different. I mean, having a slammer or a blimp is not really that great, to be honest. The siege barracks, is not really that great either, because the hog riders will stay in the side of the base no matter what, so you don't care about that. The great thing is you can use the ram for the beginning, and then you can abuse the super goblins, which are crazy against the town hall, because, well, you need just a couple of barbarians which trigger traps, and as soon as that's done, just have like 5 super goblins in there and take down the town hall for free. As easy as that. And the next thing is, he took already out above 40% of the base, and you guys can see as well, there are only those couple of defenses left on the back end. Obviously, the Tesla farm was really nicely placed because the Hog Riders are splitting really badly, which is never a good thing for him. So that was really nicely done. Now the freeze could have been a couple of seconds more delayed, but still freezing the back end. And now the headhunters are coming in for the enemy queen, the last remaining hero in this base, which can somehow defend this. But to be honest, guys, there are so many Hog Riders left. It's crazy. Now a couple of Hog Riders are triggering the traps around the Inferno Tower, which is great. The only thing now is the Bomb Tower, and the Bomb Tower is one of the main things you want to avoid with those Hog Riders in the mass Hog attack, because they're dealing so freaking much damage. Kind of the same as, for example, the Wizard Towers. It's pretty nutty. And over here you have the army, the mass on Hog Riders still left alive. They do not have that many hit points left, but still they have the hit points which they need to finish off this base. We have the minion and the headhunter coming from the top elixir storage, so nicely done to Maxi. And so far we are 2 out of 2, and this one is going to be a great one. So really nice start into this match for us, and let's see if we can keep this going. Let's see if we can keep the pressure high to get the win over here, because like I said, the loser of this match is dropping out of the competition, so we have to win this. Next attacker is going to be Yeti, and he's coming in with the Yeti smash, which is still really powerful. And this is kind of a technique which a lot of, I think I see this the most from Asian pushers in Legend League, which like they're doing this so crazy well. It's insane. So kind of the key right now is whenever you're finding like those diamond shaped bases, you're starting off on the other side of the town hall. Let the queen decide whichever way she wants to go, and then break her in, and then just like let those troops either jump into the core, or if it's not needed, like on this base, because you can reach the town hall from the outside. So this is kind of key, because this way he only needs to follow this outside ring and will 100% reach the town hall and get this out of the way. The only counter for this strategy is kind of to put something in the second row to make sure that you have not this free queen walk. So for example, he would have needed to switch the air defense and the expos to make sure that the healers are dying, or a couple of healers are at least dying. Now the warden ability, and something which was not planned, but the Yetis are getting into the core. Like the Yetis went through the wall and did not follow the path. And this is what I said, like starting with the queen on the other side, letting her choose whichever way she wants to go, and then get into the town hall. And what they normally use, like the I don't know if it's Chinese or like let's just say the Asian pushers which are using this army, they normally use a blimp to make sure that they're getting the town hall, because those entries are kind of risky. So yeah, we saw it over here with Yeti. He froze the town halls 2 times with the Hog Riders finishing off the job. And now, well, he still has the Royal Champion. He still has the Royal Champion left. Still the ability. Still another freeze. So this was a crazy overkill. Really nicely done by Yeti. And you guys can see already, this is going to be not even close on a triple. So really nicely done. Well, if you find things like this in Legend League as well, and you apparently use Yeti Smash, make sure you remember this. And as soon as you're getting higher in Legend League, you guys will notice as well that your base is getting wrecked by this technique. So it's pretty crazy. But now let's get into the next attack, because the next attacker is going to be me, and I'm going in with the Lightning Queen Charge Hybrid. It's really crazy strong. One thing which I really like as well is like combining this with the Lalo attack. So for example, the Queen Charge, the Lightning, and then a Lalo attack, which is really nice as well, because the one thing which is really helping is you have more rages then, because on a Lalo or like a Lalo attack does not need too many spells. So if you have like 2 rages, 1 haste, and 1 freeze, that's totally enough. So let's take a look at this one. The opener is working perfectly so far for me. I wanted to have the Yeti blimp on top of the single Inferno Tower, and I want to take down the Ground Expo, because what this does, it gives me the freedom to make sure that I can actually get into the side with my queen without having too much damage on her. Then an easy fun at the top side, and this base should be kind of wrecked. The problem right now is, and that's a really big problem, well, there is this annoying Tesla farm at the top side. I don't know, God damn it, whoever put this Tesla farm over there, but this Tesla farm is messing me up so badly. Now I have to think about what should I do next. And with investing so many troops at the top side, well, the Eagle is already activated as well. So this attack is not going great for me. So let's see if I'm the guy who's messing up the perfect war. Now I'm sending a couple of more miners and hog riders in from the top side. They're clearing the Tesla, and this is pushing my queen back inside. And now I'm starting off with the king because time is an issue as well. And I'm playing a freaking hybrid with 4 hog riders and 11 miners. That's not too much. So let's see how good we can do with that. So hybrid is getting in. We want to use the warden ability as soon as we're getting into the enemy heroes or like close to them. Warden ability, here we go. Queen, I rage her already. I need to freeze at the top side as well for the queen. And now a lot of things are happening at different points in the base. First thing, obviously my queen at the top side, which is not in the screen right now. But then at the bottom side, try to somehow use the perfect heal, which is kind of messed up because it's not catching anything kind of. Now I had to use at the top side my queen ability. And like I said, there are many things happening at different locations in the base. Queen at the top side is struggling against the sweeper. At the bottom side, my hybrid is kind of dying out, but I still have my king and my royal champion with her ability, which I just used. And now the freeze on the enemy expo. The freeze was just meant to keep my queen alive, because if my queen is staying alive, this should be a triple because she can reach everything. So the royal champion is even finishing off the scatter shot, and this means this is going to be a triple for us. So lucky me that I did not mess up the perfect war, but this was freaking close. Whoever put the Tesla farm at the top side, god damn it, this made this attack really close. Otherwise it would be a huge overkill. But I mean, still, a triple is a triple. I'm happy with that. And let's get into the last attack, because we have one more attack. If we can get this done with the last attack, then we have the perfect war. So let's see if Lex can do that as well. And we have another queen charge hybrid attack with the lightning spell. So let's see how we can do that. The idea on this one, I would just sketch this really briefly. Zap the core. Then you can play a Yeti blimp into the top side Inferno Tower. And then queen charge the town hall. Hybrid from the 3 o'clock side around the core, which is empty. This is kind of the idea. So let's see how this is working. He's waiting perfectly with the lightning spells to catch the enemy queen as well, to just like make sure that she's a bit weaker. And then the perfect Yeti blimp. You guys might wonder, did he misdrop the blimp? No, because over there might be black mines or like a tornado trap or something like that, and this would have completely messed up the Yeti blimp. But instead he's choosing an angle which is kinda an off angle, like nothing which is predicted, and this is making sure that actually the Yeti blimp is making it through without investing too many like Kokodoons, whatever. And now the queen is entering into the base. As soon as the town hall is taken down, he can get started with the hybrid, but as he needs to wait for that. Like if the town hall is not going down, you have the risk of a 1-star, and guys, I know what I'm talking about. Now the CC range is perfect for him because, well, the CC is not getting lured at the same time where the queen is in the range of the town hall, which would have been way more damage. But instead, the queen is now going for the expo, and now this is looking really good for him. Now we can get started with the king and with the hybrid. One thing which you want to go for, normally the king is always the troop or like the hero, which is activating the eagle. So make sure that you're dropping the king first and wait for the eagle to actually lock onto your king. And then start with a hybrid if it's possible. This is normally a really nice trick on how you avoid your healer, like your miners or whatever, dying in the first 5 seconds of the attack. That's kind of fortunate most of the time. The one thing which he's doing over here, and which I personally do not like too much, is using the heal spell before the warden ability. I feel like in a queen charge lightning hybrid attack, you always want to use the warden ability first to block like the first eagle shots, things like that, and then heal into the back end. I feel like that's most of the time more efficient, because you want to have your miners, your hybrid, as full HP as possible into the back end. And if you're switching those things up, it might end up that you have them they're not too healthy anymore. But Lex did this perfectly and decided to use it the other way around, which worked out really nicely for him. Warden is finishing off the bomb tower, and he did a really nice freeze on the scatter just to make sure that his queen is staying alive, because it's once again the same. If the queen is staying alive, he's getting this triple. So another triple for us, and this means we got actually the perfect war in this one. So really great job to the guys. GG's to the not quite tribe guys. But this means we're in the next round of the Champions War League esports division. And yeah, this was the war, 15-11. Really great war overall for us. And well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope I will see you guys back tomorrow. And well, until then, see ya and bye bye.